Hello, this video is the fourth in a multi-part series on a plant watering system with soil moisture monitoring. In this video, I'll set up a pump and a relay that automatically waters my plant. My initial setup is the first in the series. Then video 2 was all about setting up automated email notifications. In video 3, I set up a public website to line graph the soil moisture level of my plant. In order to complete the steps in this video tutorial, you'll need to complete the initial setup in video 1 and follow the steps in either video 2 or video 3, or do all 3 videos so far in this series. The reason is because you'll need a baseline to your soil moisture level for you to decide when to trigger automatic watering for your plant. Hi, my name is Caroline, and I produce weekly tech videos on IoT, smart home, and voice assistants. Now, let's get started. For the plant watering system, you'll need everything you set up from the previous videos, plus you'll need your water pump, relay, separate power source, and a few jumper wires. In my final setup, I'll use a USB power bank charger to power my ESP8266, and I'll use a 9-volt battery to power my pump separately. I am hooking up my relay and my pump. Now my pump comes with a red wire and a black wire, okay? And I'm gonna hook up the black wire to my ground directly to my battery pack. And this is a 9-volt battery pack, and there's an on-off switch. Hooked up the ground of my battery pack to the ground of the pump, and now to complete the circuit, what I need to do is the positive of the pump is going to go into into my relay, and it's going to be controlled by the positive of my battery pack. So if I just have the relay like this and I turn on the switch, hopefully you can see the water is going, so that completes this circuit. And so it is running when it is off, okay? So how do we regulate this? How do we turn on and off this relay? That is what's going to turn on and off this pump. All right, we've got 3 wires, and I'm doing female to female wires here. And what I'm going to do is this one is ground, and we're going to attach it to the ground of our ESP8266. We've got quite a few choices here. I am going to choose this one right here, and the way you tell is that this is the USB. This is the second pin on the right on the USB. Now we've got to have some power going to our relay to let it know when it's turning on and off. So there's a 3.3 volt power bottom pin on the right hand side, and then we've got to have a signal wire, and you can choose, there are different inputs you can choose. I'm going to choose the second one from the bottom. This is D1 right here. I'm going to turn it on, and it should still turn on. Okay, yes. All right, so that is the default method in which this works. Now we're going to put some code on this ESP8266 to tell us when it needs to come on and off. I am going to assume that you followed all the instructions before, and I am going back to my GitHub, all the files we downloaded in video number 1, and I'm going to start with relaytest.ino, and I'm going to open that with my Arduino. And here we go. This is a relay test, and I'm going to choose pin number 5 for my relay. Hopefully that is the pin that I have hooked it up to over here on my ESP8266. And I'm going to check to make sure I'm still connected to my ESP8266. I think I am. I'm going to upload this sketch, and I'm going to turn this on. It's going to run, and it is writing the sketch. And let's see if, what it's supposed to do. This is simply a test of the relay itself. Turn it on and turning it off. And there it goes. It is now turning it off for 5 seconds. Then it's going to turn it on for 5 seconds. Off and on. So if you want to see the serial monitor, I've put a little serial print, current flowing, current not flowing. So when it's off, not flowing, that's 5 seconds, and then on, 5 seconds. And that is it for this particular sketch. I always try to do a troubleshooting step first, just to see if it works before we get into the actual watering that we're going to do. I'm going to actually turn off the battery pack for a second, because it's a little bit distracting to me. And we're going to go into pump website email. So this sketch is if you did all 3 videos before this video, and this should sending you an email when the moisture level, soil moisture level of your plant gets too low, and then it should also graph to your website as well. I'm going to open that with my Arduino, and let's take a look at the code. This should look very familiar to you. This incorporates all of the previous elements in the previous videos. We are sending an email. We've got email sender. You need your SSID password, as we did in previous videos. This assumes we're doing a website, so you'll change your website, and then you're going to send yourself an email, and you're going to type in your password here, and you'll send yourself an email here. Now let's take a look at the code. If the output value is less than the threshold, if you have decided that your soil is dry, it's going to turn your pump on for 1 second, and then it's going to turn your pump off and wait 2 seconds, and then it's going to send you an email saying, hey, the watering is active. I just watered your plant, and here it was the moisture reading before I watered your plant. And then it's going to wait 30 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delay this by 2 seconds, and I'm going to take off the 30 minutes. I'm going to change the SSID password, and I am going to enter in my email password here. We're going to upload this sketch to my ESP8266, and let's see if we can get some emails going, some monitor reading going. And now I'm going to turn on my battery pack, and let's see if this starts working. So I'm going to hit Tools, Serial Monitor. It says my moisture level is 33. It says do not turn on the pump. Now I know the trigger level is set at 30, and I don't want to turn it on because it needs to go under 30. So we can try this again. It's right now at 33, so I could set this to 35, and we could do this again, and then it will trigger the pump. So let's try this again. And here we go. All right, so it detected that my moisture level is 33, and it turned on my pump for 1 second, and then it turned off my pump. So in practice, right now I just have it, the water just goes back to itself. In practice, in real life, I would have this actually watering my plant, and it's also sending me an email. Let's check our emails. And we've got some emails coming in now. Moisture reading. There it goes. We've got these emails coming in. Watering is active. The moisture reading is 33%. It's letting you know, according to our code, hey, I've watered your plant. The moisture reading before I watered it was 33%. It is doing it really often. Okay, so we do need to change that. For the purposes of the demonstration, now you can see that it is checking every second, every 2 seconds. Let's go back to Caroline's bonsai tree, refresh that, and now you can see that the soil moisture level is updating as we're going through this project. So if you want the full experience, here it is. It sends you an email if you are below the threshold. It updates the website regardless every 30 minutes, well, every second right now until we change it to every 30 minutes. It runs the pump for a second. If it's below the threshold, it doesn't run it at all if it is above the threshold. So there you go. That is the project with all 3. Now, I'd be remiss if I said, hey, most people probably don't have a domain name set up or hosting services already. I'm going to turn this off for a second. I did do a version with just the email, and here it is. So if you don't have a domain host and you just want to, get an email every time, this is how you do it. So of course you change your SSID and SSID password, your Gmail address, your Gmail password, and then change your Gmail address right here. And same thing as before, the threshold, you want to update your threshold, and it should only pump out water when it's below that threshold. Those are the options I'm giving you in the code that I provided. Obviously, you could change this to whatever you want it to be and do some really exciting things with it. And we are now out on my balcony. This is an outdoor plant. I am going to show you the final wiring for my bonsai tree plant watering, plant monitoring system. First of all, this is a scrapbooking case to keep all of my electronics out of the elements. I drilled a small hole here on the side. This is my ESP8266, and the wiring that you see is the same as in video number 1. I'm using a power bank charger to power my ESP8266. And I'm using a 9-volt battery. This one has an on-off switch to power my pump, and it's got a positive and negative coming out of it. And this is the relay I'll be using. It's got a signal, which is the yellow wire. It's got power, which is the green wire, and a ground wire as well. And this is the pump that I'll be using. It came with tubing, and there is a positive negative on this pump as well. I'm going to put the pump in the water. I'm going to put the plastic tubing into the bonsai tree. Now let's wire up our ESP8266 to the moisture sensor. This is the same moisture sensor we used in episode 1. Ground is going to go to ground, and next we're going to use the signal, which is the yellow, and that's going to go to signal, which is the yellow as well. And then power is going to the middle pin on the moisture sensor. This is the wiring of the moisture sensor to the ESP8266. Now let's wire up our relay to the ESP8266. The yellow represents the signal, which is going to wire it to D1, which is also GPIO 5, and it is the second pin down on the right-hand side. Ground, second pin from the bottom on the right side, and then the power, which is a 3.3 volt power. It's just the bottom pin on the right side. This is the wiring for the relay to the ESP8266. Now let's connect the pump to our battery pack, this 9-volt battery we have here. Now let's connect ground to ground, the ground of our pump to the ground of our 9-volt power source. Next, we need to connect the positives from our 9-volt battery source to our pump through our relay. And to do that, we need a little screwdriver, and we'll unscrew the contacts. There is an on-off power switch on our battery. Next, we are going to power up our ESP8266, and then I will plug it into my power bank charger, and then we'll get the relay going. This is the final wiring of my ESP8266. Power bank charger powers the ESP8266. The pump is powered through the battery pack, 9 volts, and it's regulated on-off through this relay. And that's the final configuration of my bonsai tree plant watering system and monitoring system. And that is my plant watering system with soil moisture sensing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye now.